What is up, legends? We are back, and we are back in Etheria. So what I want to do is how to start strong, and this is a revised version of how to start strong because the game is a lot different as far as progression, flow. Now the game itself isn't that much different. The new player guides is all the same because none of that changed, but the progression on flow is a lot different. So with that said, the very first thing that you will start off with is your pretty much your perfect start. Now that leads into banology, and I know that's a made up word, but this is how you make perfect start easier. What you want to notice is that Freya is the limited banner, and for the most part, you want to get the limited character and get out the banner. Now you don't want your perfect start, the currency to go into the limited banner. If you're looking for perfect start, what you want to do is you want to go into permanent, and permanent you actually have the opportunity to go after all of the characters. They are all here, even the light and dark unit. And if you're trying to go after a certain character, you want to do that in the permanent summon. Light Judgment is going to be limited. It's not going to be that much currency that you can get unless you're spending. If you're spending, you're probably not going to be one to actually do perfect start type of strategies because that means you're going to be trying to reroll to go after certain things. And if you're spending, you're just wasting money at that point. So this is just something that's here. You get limited currency, I think like maybe 1 to 5 or something like that, if I remember correctly. So this is not something that you should be worrying about for reroll and perfect start. It should be right here. In fact, I think I've summoned over 200 times now without just pretty much using the events and everything else right here, and gotten a great deal of characters. I'll show you characters I have right now. Obviously, and we have Tia because we start with Tia. I will always start with Tia. That's just what it is. I did eventually get Freya and get the hell out that banner, and I actually ended up getting her again in the standard banner. So she's basically Awakened 1 right now. We did end up getting Biotin in standard banner, and we got Silence standard banner, which was pretty lit. And that's all the characters I have right now because this is only day 1 right now. It hasn't even been 24 hours in this account yet, even though it's technically login is day 2. This account is in 24 hours of gameplay from fresh, and the way that the current patches that you guys are going to see in a few weeks. With that said, you will also notice other things, but we'll get to that in a second. So you will always have enough currency to actually summon. There is no shortage on summon currency, which leads me to my second point that is very important. You want to recharge stamina to the max every day in the beginning. You don't have to do it all the time, like for the existence of the account, but like the first week to 2 weeks you should, because that will give you max progression. That will give you enough to actually do everything. There is more than enough summons. You do not have to worry about that, especially if you perfect start and get your perfect start and get like 2 or 3 SSRs in the beginning. You will be fine. Trust me. I this is literally my 6th time restarting, and it's worked every single time, all 6 times. Like, trust me, you will have enough currency. And what I always say in these games is account power will always trump. You see, I've already literally right here, this is where we're at right now. I'm farming on speed gear on Doki right now, the gold speed gear, which we'll actually get to that in a bit as well. You will have enough. Next, dailies. Daily system is about the easiest daily system that you can possibly have in daily systems. You literally can do dailies super easy. It's simply playing the game. That's literally all you have to do. Every single thing that you do in the game will give you a piece, which is where you will have this all complete, which leads me into weeklies. Weeklies, you literally can knock out a weekly in 1 day. I mean, all of the weeklies. Like you see, I'm literally, all I have to do right now is maybe, I think anchor recon or do GP another 16 times, and I'm fine. I don't have arena open yet. I need 3 more levels to unlock arena, but even arena is fine. Like weeklies, you can knock out all the weeklies and then have to wait 6 days for it to reset again. But dailies and weeklies are super easy. So it's not even that a point you have to think about it. You just simply play every day in the game, and the stuff will just take care of itself. And it's natural stuff that you should actually be doing. If you struggle to do dailies and weeklies, probably because you're not playing the game. That's really it. All it is at the end of the day. So next up, we will actually talk about overstacking and what that basically means. Now, overstacking is you picking one SSR. It doesn't necessarily have to be SSR. If you like a SR character, which there are some that are OP, like say, case in point, this guy, you see me using my Kraken is OP. Kraken bullies this game to death. Even with him being nerfed, he still bullies the game to death. He is a very good character that you can overstack with. What I basically mean by that is that you pretty much stuff all the EXP and limit break stuff into. Overall is a good character that you can overstack with too as well. Victor, even being nerfed, is still good to actually do that with. Dinah is a cool character. And Kuzumi is actually good too. She's actually useful in certain things. However, in most cases, it's going to be SSR because you're going to get more out of that. The easiest suggestion would be Leon because she's just good all the way around. Double AoE, single target. She's just a great character. However, Freya is amazing. She gives buff, she gives damage, and she is my new target to actually do that if she is going to be the limited character when this game launches. In fact, because I can actually do that now, craft, we will make her the first 6-star. And again, this is just, daily progression right here. You also notice that I have already Leon waiting right there. I have Tiamat waiting right there, and I have Dorothy waiting. We got Kraken coming up on being able to max at 4-star. We have Obrador at 4-star coming in. Bio, I just got her and I just need to build her, so I'm not really necessarily worried about that. So I saw people asking, oh, is there enough EXP to level your characters? Hell yeah, there is. Like, there's more than enough. I literally have a 6-star character looking at you, waiting to level, which I can actually throw like 5 more things in and actually level. I'm not going to. I'm just going to let her, like passive level from there. But this is day 1. We have enough, and I actually have stamina left over between these 3 things right here, which I can get more, and I have 1 thing left over right here. So there's more than enough for that. And as far as the other part of overstacking also means the gear. So I've actually been farming. You see all that new right there. I just wasn't really paying attention to it. I want to make sure that she keeps speed. Let's see what this turns into. Crit damage. I might have to do that one. That turned to nothing. This went crit rate. It's a 1 though, so we don't even want to do that. I'm gonna definitely use this one. So, well, now I have to. All right. So again, for when it's gold, and it didn't turn the speed. What you're looking for is when you want to go to the what you're looking for is flat stat. Oh my gosh, I hate flat stats. Crit rate, SP bonus. Fishing is okay right here because you're only fishing in the beginning, and then you can just break it down into something else. Now this one did it too. I'm not losing another speed again. I guess I could throw this on even though it's flat stat. And then this is defense bonus again. I'm just gonna lose the 2%, but hopefully it'll roll into speed again. Let's find out. Let's gamble. This is what you do. Look at the flash stat again. I don't believe it. I'm stopping. It couldn't go any worse than that, but you kind of get the gist of what's happening. You just want to go through and see and get the optimum stats. It's not always going to work out, as you guys could see that this went terribly. This went crit rate. Pac-Man's got flat stats, not doing it. I don't like flat stats. I know some people are like, it's okay, and it's not okay. And you just kind of like keep farming. This stuff is all usable. I'm going to use it on the characters. It's not on her because I want her to have a certain speed. So just not on her. But you want to spoil the lead character because you just want them to nuke and be able to live and not have any problems. So you want 15 on all gold, but 15 on gold is fine. Not on purple. On purple and blue, you do like 6 or 9 or something like that. Or like for these, I did that because they end up really good on the roll stats. So her basic stats, she ended up being pretty okay, and I just liked the way that it worked out. All right, so the other thing, actually, I went out of it, but I shouldn't have. You want to make sure that you're prowess stacked, and prowess stacked is all of the prowess built up until the character to when they need a Latisse right here. So you see that I pretty much did that for her up until this point, and the same thing for here. And then we went beyond that because I used one of my perfect Latisse on that to make her multiplier higher for this. Eventually we want to get to right here because she's going to be the overstack character, and the same thing with Leon. Every character that you're using, you want to do that. It makes the team more robust, makes things easier to go through content. We gotta do it with Tia. Yeah, I gotta do that with Tia, but I did it for the most part. Same thing with Dorothy, because you're probably going to be using Dorothy for a while, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oop. And on top of that, with her, you want to try to max this as soon as possible, to be honest with you. So pushing through, because once this is maxed, it becomes like god tier with this character. It makes her really good. Same thing with this homie, because obviously crack and be the man, and the same thing you want to start maxing financial tsunami, because it becomes really OP as well. And the same thing going down the line that, you know, helps out. So as far as gear progression, heading over, now that you've done all of that, you want to worry about how am I going to gear and do things. So what you want to do is obviously do Terramaton. Now Terramaton has a little bit of a thing to it. We're gonna quick look. So you see my team inherently, what I have going on right now. You always want to try to counter the unit and not be countered. Tia doesn't matter because Tia don't care about being countered. That's just how she is. But for the most part, with Terra, you have two characters that'll make Terra super easy. One is Bio, which you see I have, and the other one is Kasumi. Actually, Dinah too. Dinah and Kasumi. It will make handling Terra relatively easy. However, if you have this team, I'll let you see. For the most part, you can free to play have this, because majority of the characters are gonna be characters that you already have. I didn't finish the thought. And you see Terra's almost pretty much dead anyway. Like, you literally in no danger. And of course you want to use that, or if you want to go to hard 2 and take on hard 2, but you just want to do that so you can actually farm out and get the gold gear and start putting it on your characters, which again, comes into using your stamina on that, which takes you over to Doki. And they also may have the double drop, which actually helps as well. Oh, I'm actually in here. Let me stop it. And you see coming in, and this is, we were getting gear. We're actually farming out. I mean, I managed to lose once. Like I said, I really don't have to go in there, but I will anyway. Maybe I'll stop it because Doki is a little bit long-winded. Might not have to though. Same type of thing again, but as you guys can see over here on the rotation, instead of gray, we have Kraken, and I will show you the reason why. Kraken immediately has those two units stop. They can't do much of anything else. Now she's gonna come out and do her nerf, which allows her to rotate. They're dead. Dorothy is negating the inherent problem that Tiamat has, where she hurts herself pretty much doing damage, and then she's fine. So it don't matter if she hurt herself. They're dead. Next wave. And now he is in her cycle of nuking. We still have our shield up. And now, I think next turn, Kraken is going to actually do his special. Did he stun him? No, he didn't. And you see why I picked Thea. Thea don't give a F. Yeah, you get out of here. Just go away. And that's easy. That's Doki Doki. So what you can do is, again, go in there farming. You have the harvest set that you can actually farm. You have the speed set, which is the reason why we're farming, because these two you don't really need right now. You can use the defense set if you have the new tank girl. I'm forgetting her name. But if you have Reihao, you can actually use that for him as well. So that's where the tank set comes in. And then goody goodies. All right. So from there, now that you have all that down, so leveling your account faster literally is as easy as this. So when somebody asks me how to level fast, literally it's just this. It's literally you do as much of investigation as you can possibly do. Yeah, this is fine. Like Dorothy didn't even get a turn. And you should be dead from that. Yep. Easy. Just that quick. Now, the reason why this is interesting like that is when you actually send them the 10 fight, they literally knock this out in like 5 minutes, if not faster, which allows you to speed clear, which is how I got all of that EXP, again, stemming from using my stamina that way, which is why you should probably use max stamina refills for like the first 2 weeks of your account. Then you can kind of like dive back on that a little bit because it becomes less important. You're gonna be like account level like 40 to 50 at that point, so it really is less needed to do that. You kind of just let the idol do its thing From that point, you don't have to stop. But later on, once you get to that point, what happens is that you've done most of the event stuff. You've done most of like the charter, most of the hyperlink charter that you would go through. That's going to be kind of like slowing down. You're going to be done with all that, so you're not going to have the same resources to keep doing that. That's why you should stop at that point when and just kind of like hold on to your currency. If you want to summon, then summon. But by that time, you really probably won't even need to summon that crazy either. You'll probably have majority of the characters that you need, unless you're particularly fishing after something. And another reason why this does that is that there's going to be points in content where you're going to be locked out of things. Like you see, like we get Ember Trek at level 25. You get Ethernet Rally, which I did a video. The last video was Ethernet Rally at 40, which unlocks that type of stuff. And then you unlock all the rest of the stuff, including Infinity Train at 15. You can do all that day one if you use your max stamina refills and have an EXP on all the characters, have characters strong, literally just steamroll through the story, basically like that, with hardly much, like, you know, you probably won't even need like a 6-star, many 6 stars and stuff like. They probably do it with 5 stars, but you'll have the opportunity to have 6 stars, so there's no reason not to do anything like that. And you have all the limited stuff right here, you know, just mess around with. Obviously Cyber Shadows, Cubic Game, which is literally just the card game going through. Infinity Train we will talk about differently probably next. And yeah, so don't worry about it. You will have completely, you will have enough stamina, you will like have enough currency going through. As long as you are pushing through this will help you as far as, you know, getting your prints and making up prints to actually push through. I just have to beat hard Terramaton. Shell right here, we just have to beat hard Kururu right here just to open it up. Again, you see prints are all over this to actually help out. It adds up. Fully equip one Animus with epic modules. I'm working on it, game. Defeat hard Terramaton. I'm going to do that after this video. And then arena trials you unlock at 25, which we are pushing towards that again right now. This is one day. I think it's pretty nice. I'm probably going to be at 25 and run out of stamina at 25 to actually be in arena in one day. So I think that's pretty good progression. And the last thing that we will talk about is guild. Now, obviously, we're just like in a random guild right now, which is Union. And what you want to do is a few things. Guild obviously is more currency and more stuff that you can actually take part in. You see, I'm missing a person because I use a support character. This is who I was using right here, and that's how I got that triple S. Now, what you want for the support character is you want somebody strong who's single target, which this person has a Heinrich. You have Messiah. I wouldn't use Messiah for this. If you want to use Lynn, it's fine because she elemental counters this character. You have Ramoka, who is amazing for single target, and she's going to hit more damage the more the target loses health, which makes her like just better and better and better as the fight goes along for this. You have Heinrich, who's amazing, which helped me get that triple. And I had these characters kind of like helping out. I have 3 characters right here that can actually help heal, between Freya putting out the life leech, obviously Tia throwing out her heal over time, and then Dorothy's just a natural healer along with Rien, basically elemental countering. You can put whoever you like out here that is to your liking, but for the most part with guild bosses, you're going to want a single target. Yeah, I don't know how this character is built, so let me look. Interesting. So you went with speed. Speed, tanky, Heinrich. And what did you go again? It's good that you can actually see. And you went with attack, but not much crit. I let Hawkeye run. Respectable damage on that. So at 39,000. $17,000. He might be the best single target in the game now. That's like 50 to 60,000 right there. $53,000. And the reason why that's happening is because the boss is losing health. So technically, she has one big assassin mechanic, basically. If you want to start the game, I think she's pickable to start. If you want to start with her, that's actually not a bad choice either. If you're worrying about bosses, obviously you're gonna do well with stuff like this, but that's situational. You have the rest of the game to deal with. So I wouldn't go that too crazy in that. This team can take care of itself. So they'll just live and just like do amazing type of stuff. And also be aware that you're probably not gonna have a character this strong in the beginning. I'm just obviously using it like, say if you kind of like if you have a whale in the guild, this is technically like if there was a whale in the guild that's gonna have a character like this. So just keep that in mind. So in most cases, most people who have whales in the guild are gonna be like, hey, what character you got? Make a single target whale character. Which I find that cool because that makes whales needed more. Because it helps out. And then you just end up with like mad guild rewards and things like that. But we're not gonna make this much longer. I'm gonna cancel this out. Obviously you want to go further along, which is going to get you all the kill items, and you see that's some stamina right there, and push you along in the weekly quest, which allows to get you more items, which again a print over here, more stamina, more currency, guild shop currency. You can go head over into the union shop and get more shadow prints and stuff. Speaking of it, gimme this music though. They had jamming. I'll take that prototype. Even got some perfect Latisse in here. We'll snatch that too. And then you have like the coin, which I would never do that. You have another prototype right here. You also have, once you get unlocked, you can even get at level 6, you get shadow print, which is very much amazing. And then all the way at Union 10, you get red shadow print. That all this is going to reset over time anyway, as you can see, like weekly. So to get a red one for having your union at 10 is amazing. So you definitely want to be in a union that is going to be useful and get you to this point. This music is great. So we can just end the video on that. That is all I have for you guys right now. Obviously, this is again my 6th time restarting, which there's going to be a 7th one because that is when the game is officially starting. This works literally. I've done this multiple times already. You will be great for almost no money spent. Of course, if you spend money, you will be golden. You will have like crazy progression, like in 1 week time. Like you're gonna see whales doing being god tier, pretty much. So good luck with that. But everybody free to play is gonna actually be able to catch up without, you know, being that too far behind. You're never gonna beat whales in PvP. Like I can just tell you that now. That's just not gonna happen because they're gonna have all of this at their disposal, plus everything that you can actually buy in the shop. So you're never gonna do that. However, like the RTA and all that type of stuff, you're gonna be fine and things like that. As far as progression, you're gonna be fine as well. You're gonna be able to do content just as well. And there's certain content that works well with like Rs and SR units anyway, so you'll be fine. The purpose of the video is to let everybody know as far as the game flow and the progression. They've got it to a point where it's smooth. You don't really have to worry about anything. There's still things that I would like to be changed, which again is the fact that there's no stamina overflow. I'm gonna keep saying that until somebody actually pays attention to it and gives stamina overflow, because that allows people to not feel stressed to actually come in and actually play a game, because that doesn't help. It makes the game feel like it's a job, and nobody ever really likes that. You just want to be chilling and come in and have fun and play a game. So again, devs, I'm pretty much saying, as one of your creators covering the game, you need stamina overflow. There is no stamina overflow right now. Like once you reach cap, that's it. Like I don't understand the reasoning why that's still not the thing. I'm definitely gonna do this though. You need stamina overflow. Like I'm at cap now, it's just gonna sit there. And if I fall asleep or lose the internet or get busy, that's when I come back tomorrow, that 140 is just gonna be there. You lose all of that stamina. That don't feel good. So hopefully they'll handle that. And yeah. So outside of that, that's really the only problem I have in this game, to be honest with you. As far as, you know, I know that has nothing to do with how to start strong. I just want to say that. So I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary. Peace. And hopefully this will be of use to you when you start out and you'll be OP and be sitting there like, Scion, I've seen your video and I am out here OP with all the characters, and then somebody gonna send me like a screenshot of them summoning the 4 SSRs in one video, and I'm be like, bro, I don't have luck like that. But peace. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.